to the following presentation of the Tampa Bay Rays.
Rays TV is presented by Union Home Mortgage. The 10-game homestand continues tonight. The Rays 2-1 through the first series, and this evening the Kansas City Royals come calling. With Brian Anderson, Dwayne Stats, great to have you aboard. We'll be joined by Ryan Bass throughout the evening as well. Well, we're going to be seeing a lot of these Kansas City Royals here in this four-gamer.
Yeah, we certainly are, and so let's set this series up for you, and let's start with talking about how well the Rays are playing here at Tropicana Field. They still hold the Major League best home record of 26-10, won another series against the Nationals that wrapped up yesterday, and I'll tell you what, it's been the offense. The offense has been really good here at the Trop. The pitching, obviously, the bullpen was outstanding in that last series, and you just want to continue that momentum because they've been good at home. How about how good Drew Rasmussen has been? He's coming off of one of the most dominant stretches that we have seen. One run allowed in the last 3 starts, 7 innings in each start. That is an ERA of .43, 29 strikeouts, just 1 walk in those 3 starts. And Jack Caglione comes home. He leads this team, the Royals, with 12 home runs. And he is red hot right now. He has homered in his last 3 games, 4 overall, including 2 mammoth blasts in the ball game yesterday against the St. Louis Cardinals. So he's got power to all fields. You got to be careful.
And the pitching matchup will find the former Ray Michael Wacha pitching for Kansas City, and Drew Rasmussen as advertised on the hill. First pitch just moments away. Rays TV is brought to you by Orlando Health. We make it personal. By Rooms to Go. Hot buys are going on now at Rooms to Go. Shop and get incredible savings store-wide. And by Suncoast Credit Union. Score fee-free checking with more perks to save big. Open your account at suncoast.com. Rays and the Royals, and the Rays send the right-hander Drew Rasmussen looking for win number 7, making his 15th start of the year. One of baseball's most dominant arms takes center stage tonight. Drew Rasmussen. Drew has been dealing with the kind of arsenal that can silence any lineup. But waiting for him is a red-hot hometown story. Tampa native Jack Caglione and the Kansas City Royals arrive to begin a 4-game set. Rays TV is presented by Union Home Mortgage. Rays and the Royals coming up here. Right now, let's check in with Ryan Bass.
Well, Dwayne, if it feels like Drew Rasmussen is pitching better than we've ever seen, well, his best bud, Shane McClanahan, seems to agree with that sentiment. He says this is the best version of Drew Rasmussen he has ever seen since he has been here in the big leagues. He's coming off 3 straight 7-inning outings for the first time in his career. He's given up just 1 run over that span, struck out 29 in that stretch. What has clicked for Ras? Well, he points to the addition of the changeup, saying it makes him less predictable, gives hitters something else to think about. But McClanahan sees something deeper. He says Rasmussen has the best work ethic I've ever seen, adding that fans only see the finished product every 5th day, not the countless hours of prep, recovery, and adjustments that happen behind the scenes. Right now, that work is showing up in a big way, Dwayne and BA, and the Rays are watching one of the most dominant stretches of Ras's career unfold in real time.
Yeah, starts the night 6-3 with the second-best ERA in the league, and he will face this lineup brought to you by Orlando Health. Carter Jensen, the catcher, leads off. Michael Garcia, the shortstop, hits second. And there's Jack Caglione in the number 3 spot at first base. Salvador Perez will be the DH. Michael Massey in second with Lane Thomas in center. John Rave hits 7th, plays right. Nick Lofton at third. And Isaac Collins will bat ninth and play left field.
Well, I'll tell you what, the numbers back up what Shane McClanahan was talking about when you're talking about Drew Rasmussen in those last 3 starts. As you take a look at his season numbers, impressive 6-3 ERA of 2.59. You take a look at that whip. I mean, that is outstanding at .88. Just doesn't walk anybody. And you go over those last 3 starts, and you're talking about 3 straight 7-inning starts. He's gone 7 innings in 4 of his last 5, but the last 3 he's given up a total of 9 hits and 1 walk, 10 base runners in 21 innings. 29 strikeouts up against just that 1 walk. There is the mix, the cutter. He will change the shape of that pitch. The 4-seam fastball, he powers that fastball through the zone. The 2-seam fastball keeps out of harm's way, and there's that changeup that Shane was talking about and what Drew was talking about. The difference in this hot run, how good that pitch has been. The defense, let's take a look at it in the outfield left to right. We've got Chandler Simpson, Johnny DeLuca, and Ryan Vlade. And across that infield third to first, Junior Caminero, Ben Williamson, Richie Palacios, and Jonathan Aranda with Nick Fortes back behind the plate.
Carter Jensen steps into the batter's box. Drew Rasmussen set to go to work. And the first pitch of this game swung on, and a fly ball lifted into left. And right there, shooting to his left, Chandler Simpson to make the catch.
And how often do we talk about this with a lot of these Rays starters, especially Nick Martinez, especially Drew Rasmussen? These offenses are going to come out and be aggressive because they love to pound the zone early, and they're very good at it.
Yeah, the one thing these hitters don't want to do against these Rays starting pitchers is fall behind in the count.
Not if you want to be on base at some point. Yeah, that's absolutely right. They know how to get ahead of you, and they know how to put you away.
Miguel Garcia, the first pitch, as he's shortened on the bat, and that's a strike. That pitch disappeared. You know, they call that a cutter, but boy, I'll tell you, it's got some depth to it.
Yeah, and that's why we talk about how he will change the shape of that pitch and make that one look like a really hard slider. Other times he'll keep it a little bit more flat, and it'll look like a true cutter. And then you got that.
Just a little bit outside.
Tried the corner and missed.
This thing swept all the way across and then some.
I mean, look at Fortes. His eyes, he couldn't follow it.
It's 2-2.
Well, you can see the way that he was holding that ball. We'll have to get another shot of that sweeper grip because he keeps his thumb like on the side of the baseball as he's ripping it, and you can see how that, if that thumb is not dug in enough, that ball is just going to take off with those fingers and do what it did.
Foul back and out of play.
Yeah, take a look. I mean, look where his thumb is on that baseball. I mean, it is right on the side of it, and if it's not dug in, and it's not, you can see the fingers are out in front of the thumb, so that the fingers are going to dominate there. If you move the thumb a little bit further down and it's on the other side of those fingers, then all of a sudden now you've got that sweeper that can do something. But when the fingers are ahead of the thumb, that ball is going to follow the lead of those 2 fingers.
Yeah, it's really an art form.
Yeah, well, see how the fingers are right. I mean, right here you can see the fingers ahead of the thumb, and all of a sudden now that ball's going to follow those fingers because the thumb's not there to counterbalance, and off it goes.
Well, a 2-2 count on Garcia. Not everybody can do that, and you know that's what makes pitchers so special.
Sure.
2-2 now, and a little bitty swing and miss. I got just a little piece of that, and it was foul. The count remains 2-2 on Garcia. Outfield pretty much straight away for Garcia. That's going to run the count all the way out to 3-2. This one skies it into left. Chandler Simpson, now he's going to have to come back and hit something up there. And Williamson had it in that glove and dropped it. And that ball was in play.
Yeah.
Ricocheting off the superstructure.
Got the B ring. It got the B ring, and you know, Chandler, listen, he's tracking the ball off of the bat. And it's way up there, and you can see Ben Williamson out there tracking it too. Now, Ben sees that it hits off the ring, and he's going to make a play on it. He just dropped it. That's all. I mean, he catches that. That's an out. He read it well, just was not able to make the catch.
So, well, those top 2 rings there, it would be playable. And that certainly was. And will go into the books as a double. And here's Jack Caglione. He has homered in 3 consecutive games. Fouls this one back for a strike. Caglione, 275, 12 homers, 27 runs batted in. One ball, 1 strike. Foul back.
There was the difference in that cutter. See, that one he kept. He didn't get it as far in as he wanted to, but that was at the top of the zone, and that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to cut this in on the swing of Caglione. Now, he didn't get it all the way in, so it's a foul ball. He gets that all the way in, you tie him up.
Foul down the other side. Down the play. Caglione, that 3rd spot.
How about the month?
Pasquantino on the IL.
Month of June,
yep.
7 home runs. He hit 4 in their most recent series against the Cardinals in 3 games, including the 2 bombs. I shouldn't say the 2. The 4 for the series, Dwayne. The 4 homers for the series covered 1,676 feet.
How about that, huh?
You're averaging almost 420 per homer.
And pretty close right there, but off the plate in. And the count's going to go to 3-2.
You're going to see this all series long, too. These Rays pitchers that can pitch in effectively are going to try to keep Caglione from getting those arms extended. And that's what he tried to do there, and just pulled it a little too much.
And that's pulled up the right side, and it's a foul ball.
I was going to say,
yeah.
if he kept that fair, that ball was a cutter in off the plate. But this guy right now is seeing the ball as well as anybody. And let's take a look at the power. I mean, these are, well, that was splashed out into the fountains.
Yeah. They grade him out at 80 when it comes to raw power.
Well, he's got it to all fields, and he's got it in spades.
3-2. A little tapper, third base, charged by Caminero. Throw to first. He is out there, and over to third base goes Garcia. So they get the power bat. Caglione is out, number 2. Yeah, he had a single last year in Double-A. So they clocked at 120.9 off the bat.
Rarefied air. I mean, you don't see that even from
Salvador Perez taking the pitch off the plate. 1-0. This one is skied. Let's see what happens with this one. You've got Palacios out there trying to avoid the second base bag as he made that catch. We go to the bottom of the first. No score. Yandy Diaz will lead it off. Rays coming in to hit, bottom of the first. Lineup brought to you by Orlando Health. That's Yandy Diaz. He'll be followed by Johnny DeLuca and Jonathan Aranda, Junior Caminero, Ryan Valade, Chandler Simpson 6th, Ben Williamson, Nick Fortes, and Richie Palacios to round it out. All against the former Ray, Michael Wacha.
The veteran. He's been doing this for a long time, and you can take a look at his season numbers. 15 starts. He's 4-5 with a 3.64. The whip, very good at 117. Tries to avoid that walk, avoid base runners. Here is the mix, and he throws a lot at you. As you see right down here at the very bottom even, at least 10% with the curveball and the slider. Four-seamer, a changeup, he'll cut it.
And it's 2-1. Started in the big leagues with the Cardinals back in 2013. With the Mets and the Rays, the Red Sox, the Padres, and now Kansas City. And Yandy is ahead of him 3-1.
He's one of those not overpowering, but he's at any pitch in any count kind of starter.
And he gives up the walk to Yandy Diaz, and the Rays begin with a base runner.
Let's take a quick look at that Royals defense and see how it's going to line up. In the outfield left to right, we've got Isaac Collins, Lane Thomas, and John Rave. Across the infield third to first, Nick Lofton, Michael Garcia, Michael Massey, and Jack Caglione, with Carter Jensen back behind the plate.
Johnny DeLuca. This is that first pitch, strike one. DeLuca with the big home run in the 7th inning against the Nationals. That gave the Rays an eventual 4-3 victory. 0-2. DeLuca just back active off the IL. Foul ball and will carry into the stands. Go back and take another look at that home run.
Well, he got a flat slider from Revolta and absolutely destroyed it. 2 outs in the 7th inning, and that turned a deficit into a lead, and the Rays go on to win that ball game.
1-2 home runs and back-to-back appearances now for Johnny DeLuca.
Hot corner alert. That's a good one. Rays are 24-5 this season when Johnny DeLuca starts.
Lifted up the right side. Ray down on the bullpen mound will make the catch. And DeLuca's the first out.
That was a pretty good job of navigating down there. When you've got those mounds that can come into play, kind of tiptoeing down there to make that catch. Got to be careful. These guys, they don't get a lot of time here at Tropicana Field, and you can see the mounds, the change in the undulation, and he's just going to tip, and makes that catch just behind him.
Jonathan Aranda. We get back for a strike. Aranda starting the night hitting .275. Aranda, Caminero behind him. Yandy. One is blocked. 1-1. Carter Jensen back of the plate. Aranda's hit safely in 10 of his last 12 games, 7th in the league, and runs batted in with 51. That's blocked. Count 2 balls and a strike. Takes it the other way. There's a base hit. One hop picked up by Collins. And boy, I'll tell you, he'll serve one into left, or he'll pull one to left center, or go to left center and then pull one to right. Hits the ball all over the place.
Well, he's gotten back to his roots, and that's hitting for an average and hitting the ball where it's pitched. Manipulating his swing. He has excellent bat control. You see that right there. He had another line drive in the ball game yesterday where he did a good job of staying inside it, and even talking about all of that, he's using the center of the field more than he has in his career. So that's why you've seen that average start to spike.
Opportunity presenting itself in the first. Junior Caminero takes that pitch over the plate, but low. Out of play the other way. Well, Rays fans, time to vote. Help send your favorite Ray or Rays to the 26th MLB All-Star Game in Philly. Cast your All-Star vote. Knock off 20% of your ticket purchase when you do. Make your voice count and vote Rays today at RaysBaseball.com. Out to second. Out there on the force, and the throw to first. Massey goes 4-3 on the double play ball off the bat of Caminero. No score through one.
Well, how about this list? You want to talk about a staff that can limit base runners, your whip leaders in Major League Baseball. Jacob Mizorowski leading the way, Yoshinobu Yamamoto and Drew Rasmussen on that list. These guys just do a great job of obviously limiting the base hit, but you're also limiting the walk. And when you're talking about a whip that is sub-1, that is next level. And again, look at that rotation.
Yeah, that's why Rasmussen has the second best earned run average in the American League. You limit base runners. It's a numbers game.
It is, and that's why I think that Drew was so upset earlier in the year when he had given up a few more home runs than he would have liked. Because you limit base runners, you do all those things, but if you give up the home run, you know, that kind of offsets that. So that's why he's saying, look, yeah, I'm doing a great job of limiting base runners. I got to do a better job of keeping the ball in the yard, and he has done that as of late.
1-2 on Massey. We'll square the count. Well, Massey got out to a slow start this year from Kansas City, but he has been swinging the bat pretty well since that start. Foul ball, average at 266, and that is a significant turnaround from his start. Fouls that one back.
Well, these Royals are swinging the bats better as of late, averaging almost 6 runs a game in June, coming off that series against the Cardinals where they put up 30 runs in 3 games. So they come in swinging the bat well as a group.
Well, there's a full count, and Rasmussen had 2 full counts in the first inning. He's averaged just a little over 15 pitches per inning. He had a 20-pitch first inning. And he gives up a walk to lead off the second. And that's unusual for him now.
Yeah, and just a little bit out of sync. That right there, he was firing towards home plate a little too soon. And that's what he does. You can see his walk rate is half of the major league average. Just does a great job. And the reason that it is because we talk about it almost every time he's out there. Very repeatable, simple delivery, and that allows him to be able to command that baseball to where he wants it to go. And he's not one of those guys that spins off and misses that way. If he's going to miss at all or get out of sync mechanically, usually it's getting started a little bit too soon, because he's about as simple and linear as it gets.
Line drive, that's going to be just fair up the left field line. Massey's going to hit third, and they're going to wave him around. The throw, the relay to the plate, they got a chance. He got in there just ahead of the throw. And all the way to third goes Wayne Thomas. Kansas City takes a 1-0 lead.
Now you can see right there the Royals going to challenge some of the outfield arms here for the Rays. This ball ripped down into the corner. It was a cutter that did not have a lot of depth to it, and so he's able to get it off the wall. And then here comes the relay throw, and just not quite in time as Massey's able to get in there just ahead of the tag.
Now the infield comes up. Right fielder John Ray will look at that first pitch for a ball.
Boy, they had a shot. Williamson on court said it's a little wide, and then you've got that long reach, and that allowed Massey to kind of sneak in that back door.
Swing and a miss, and the throw to third. Leaping to make that grab, Caminero.
And thank goodness, because there was really no play there.
Foul ball off his foot. 1-2. Well, the walk given to Massey. Then Lane Thomas with what turned out to be a double and an advance to third on the throw. So a double run batted in from Thomas. 7th double and his 22nd run batted in. And a wave and miss. He got him out in front of that changeup and picks up the first out of the inning.
And let's take a look at our Advent Health strike zone. And this pitch actually was never in it. Look how it just stays on the outer edge and finds its way off the plate. A little change of speed, a little bit of arm side fade.
Dick Lofton. And that's blocked by Fortes. Rays with one out here, and that man at third. And the infield in.
Now, Drew does have a pretty good ground ball rate. Over 50%, almost 51%.
Now 1-1. The bouncing ball down in front of Tex Wilson and beyond their third base coach. Up toward the bullpen. And a wave and miss. Pitch cutting away from him for the strikeout. Out number 2. Oh, that's only 2. Trying to help him out there.
Well, that's that cutter, that hard. He gets a little bit of depth with it, sweeps it right off the plate, gets the reaching swing.
Now let's see what happens.
We do it again.
And he did it again.
With the changeup.
Got him out in front. So he picks up the strikeout for out number 2.
Gets Rave off the plate away. The changeup here, great reach. Keeps that on the plate the whole way. And it just bottoms out.
Isaac Collins now, the left fielder, and he's on that first pitch, holding it foul. Strike 1. So the walk to Massey converted into a run on the double by Thomas. Rave and Lofton have struck out. And an 0-1 count on Collins. 1-1. And that is on the inside edge. Taking the count to 1-2. Well, the 20 pitch first inning, and he's over 20 pitches here in the second inning. Unusual for Rasmussen. 1-2, skied center field. DeLuca with a lot of territory out there, and he makes the catch. And there is St. Pete. 1-0 Kansas City.
to every.
Well, for Michael Wacha, it is pitching on the wrong day. 3.64 ERA, good. 10 quality starts, I don't know, that's tied for the American League lead. But look at the team record, 4-11. Remember, he is 4-5 with a 3.64. That means that the team is 0-6 in his no decision. So it just has not worked out, even though the underlying body of work has been good.
And a first pitch strike into Ryan Vilade. Chandler Simpson will follow, followed by Ben Williamson. 0-2.
Need some help, Dwayne. You need some help.
Well, we've got the rest of the evening to find it.
Well,
and the better, I guess the sooner the better.
I'm going to go open the doors to the booth. Make it easier.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Now 2-2. Strike 3 call. He got him looking. And Vilade is the first out in the Rays' bottom of the second.
Well, he just caught him by surprise. He takes a fastball right to the outer edge near the top of the zone and keeps it on the plate. That was the 2-seamer.
Well, Chandler Simpson starting the night hitting .262.
Ooh, could have challenged that maybe.
It's pretty close.
Yes, it was. That's a difference jumping out in front of the count.
A ball, no strikes. And a base hit. This one off the mitt of Caglione down there at first. And Simpson winds up at second.
Listen, when Chandler Simpson catches a ball clean, you can see where Caglione is playing right there, even with the bag. So he doesn't have a lot of range, and this ball is going to be whacked right at him, and he doesn't have a lot of reaction time. That ball got on him in a hurry. Right there, ready to go. It's to the backhand side, a tough hop right off that glove, and because that kind of slowed things down and it was close to the line, that allowed Chandler to get out to second base.
His 5th double of the year, and here's Ben Williamson. Chopper to shortstop. Simpson started to move toward third and wound up going back into second. Garcia made that play to first.
How many times do you see guys at second base run right into an out here? And Chandler realizes a soft hit ground ball in front of me, I have got to belly flop back to the bag. That's a smart base running play. You've seen so many guys that just take off on that ground ball, and the shortstop pivots to third, and it becomes an easy out.
Well, Chandler reversed his field in a hurry. Fortes takes the pitch too low. One and one. Williamson getting the start at shortstop. Final game of the Washington series yesterday at second base. Now he's behind Wacha, 1 and 2. Williamson had a double in yesterday's game in his 4 at-bats. Now Fortes behind, 1 and 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Simpson at second with a 1-out double. Williamson grounded to short. Fortes with a 2-2 count. And a chopper toward short. Scoop. Garcia's throw is in time. And the Rays are out in the second. We are through 2, 1-0 Kansas City.
What a special full circle moment for the Caglione family. That is Jeff player, and now he is here playing his first major league game here at Tropicana Field, a place he has been so many different times. But one of the coolest parts of tonight for him is 97-year-old grandfather John. You can see him there on the right, is here in the stands. Just his second major league game he's ever been able to see Jack play in person. Caglione says his grandfather was there for Little League games growing up, and now at 97, you just want to have him around as much as you can. After all those years watching from youth fields around Tampa Bay, 3 generations of Caglione family get to share in a major league moment tonight. You see young Jack way back in the day here at the Trop. Now here he is playing his first major league game on the turf.
Well, it doesn't get any better than that. Here is Aranda coming up with that ground ball back of the bag there at first, and Rasmussen over there to cover, and they get Carter Jensen, the catcher, to begin the 3rd inning. Well, I'll tell you, I mean, I don't know that you could put it together any better than Ryan Bass just did, but boy, that's a great story.
Getting a chance to come back home and in front of the grandfather again at 97 years old, what it must mean to him, his family, following this team and coming in as hot as he is. I mean, there's maybe no hotter hitter in baseball. 4 home runs in his last 3 games. He's homered in all 3 of the games. Leads this team with 12, and we showed it earlier. He's got 7 in the last couple of weeks.
The chop to third. Up goes Caminero. Down he comes and across the diamond the throw to get Garcia. And nicely done by Junior Caminero down there at third base.
Boy, the little chopper. We get a good shot of it here. Up, got to go up. Got his feet set, got his body turned, and step and throw. Made it look pretty easy.
Yep, appreciated by Drew Rasmussen right there. And now here is Jack Caglione. And the breaking ball. He takes that for ball 1. Caglione with a 2-run home run yesterday in the early part of that game, and then he hit a solo shot. That's a swing and miss. 12 on the year. Out to second. Palacios up with it, and over to Aranda. 1, 2, 3 go the Royals. Rays coming in to head down 1-0.
After a huge
Rays TV is brought to you by Advent Health. You are our priority in a medical emergency. Advent Health. And by Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet. Rays will have Richie Palacios to lead off here. We move to the bottom of the 3rd at Tropicana Field. Yandy Diaz next, and then Johnny DeLuca. The first pitch is a strike. Kansas City scored a run in the 2nd inning. So the Rays down 1-0. Chopped out to the shortstop Garcia. Throw in time to get Palacios. Well, Garcia at shortstop with Bobby Witt Jr. on the shelf right now. And Kansas City hoping that it will be a short stint.
Well, it was a grade 1 MCL sprain, and obviously that's the lowest grade, so you hope the quickest recovery. He did do some work out on the field today with a little mini knee brace on.
3rd straight game he has missed here. Opening game of this series.
I mean, he is the heart and soul of this team. There's no question about it, what he brings. The premium position, the numbers that he puts up offensively, what he does defensively.
He takes it for a strike. Yandy with that walk in the 1st inning extended his home on base streak to 20 games. Little tap down to short. Garcia up and out with the throw. 2 up, 2 down on a couple of ground balls handled by Garcia. Rays fans, get ready for Curds in the third as the Rays score a run in the third inning. You score 3 Wisconsin cheese curds. Johnny DeLuca stepping in. That's a strike. The combination of Walker and the Rays have kept Garcia at shortstop busy. The last 4 outs, Garcia has the assist on them. Williamson and Fortes went out short to first in the second, and now Palacios and Yandy out 6-3 in the third. DeLuca lines it foul. Take a look at Bobby Witt working out, and you can tell.
Yeah, I mean, just touch and go, just making sure that everything is intact. You don't see a lot of, just not that there's no effort being put in, but not like you would normally see. So he's just still in the feeling out process.
And DeLuca's out on strikes, 3 up, 3 down, 1-0.
Well, our Toyota trend, and Drew Rasmussen finds himself at the top of this prestigious list. Strikeout to walk ratio, he's leading the way at 6.5 strikeouts for every walk given up. And you take a look at some of the other names on that list. Cam Schlittler, Christopher Sanchez, again Mizorowski, Paul Skeens. Do a great job of having the power stuff to be able to wipe you out, put you away, but they command it, so they're not walking a lot of guys either.
Yeah, there's a lot of efficiency when you watch Rasmussen start after start. You know, he came in 14 starts, 80 innings, 84 strikeouts, 13 walks, and that's the beginning of his efficiency.
Yeah, well, and these guys understand, if I want to get deep into a game, I've got to be efficient. I mean, if I'm punching out a bunch of guys, but I'm running a lot of deep counts, I'm going to be a 5-inning guy. I may have 9 strikeouts, but I'm going to throw 110 pitches.
Yeah, and he's striking out those hitters, averaging a little over 15 pitches per inning. And there's a big wave and miss. And he gets the strikeout of Perez.
Well, there's that sweeper. And he keeps this one on the plate and then just slides it off. Well, and to that point, Dwayne, that's why he's been able to go out and go 7 innings in 4 of his last 5 starts. Something he did not do one time a season ago.
Going to have to cover first here. It takes the peg from Jonathan Aranda. And Michael Massey is the second out.
Instincts take over. Ball to the right side, gone, immediate. And then Jonathan Aranda, just a touch behind him.
Well, that's 8 in a row now. He gave up the double to Thomas to drive in the run in the second inning. Here's Thomas again. Pitch is down. And the other thing about him, 20 pitches in the first, 23 in the second, and then boom, 9 in the third. To get things back in order. 1-1.
He's got that ability. He really does have the ability to do just that. Not liking where he's at the first and second inning, and then all of a sudden it clicks into place. And now it's just pick him up, put it down.
2-1 to count on Thomas. Two. The other thing about those strikes he throws, they're quality pitches.
Again, it comes back to the command, and it comes back to being able to put the ball where he wants it most of the time. And not a lot of guys can do that. But again, his mechanics are so simple. You know, so anything that is off is going to be just a little bit off, and it's probably going to be a quick. If he recognizes it, it's going to be a quick fix.
Foul right back, holding the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And you can imagine the kind of prep work he does as far as the game plan. You know, what he wants to do to each of these hitters, how the weaknesses of their swings match up with the strengths of his stuff.
Popped up right side, Aranda into foul territory. Will he have a play? And it's just out of his reach. The count holds. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, 3 straight games of 7 innings. It's Miami, Boston, and the Dodgers. 2-2 again. That's a strike call on the outside part of the plate. He gets Thomas looking. 9 in a row, retired by Rasmussen. For every hit this season, Suncoast Credit Union donates $79 to local nonprofits. Visit suncoast.com/raise for more information. Jonathan Aranda takes a look at a strike here to begin the inning. Bottom of the 4th. He had a base hit in the 1st. 2 hits allowed by Michael Wacha. Popped up left side, and that's Nick Lofton, the third baseman. He was positioned well off the line to begin with, and he makes the catch right there. And here is Junior Caminero. Caminero grounding into that 4-3 double play. Had men at first and second. And Simpson at second base in the 2nd inning. 4 no runs against Michael Wacha. Oh, look out. Right back through the middle. Grabbed by Massey, who makes the play. And boy, Wacha, you talk about quick reflexes. Take a look at this thing.
Ooh, 5-holder. Little skip to loo. How about that play up the middle, though?
Yep.
Being able to range to that backhand side, and Michael Wacha, yeah, sigh of relief.
Yeah, he was happy about a couple things there. Massey is one of them, and the fact that he's still in one piece himself, the other one. Ryan Vilade. That's ball 1. That's quite a play by Massey, though.
It really was. I mean, the ball, the way it hit off that mound, it just caromed high. And he had to range up the middle. There you go.
Extra bases here for Vilade. Just fair. Over the bag at 3rd. He's on his way to 2nd with a double. And now the Rays with 2 outs have another scoring opportunity. Double number 6 for Ryan Vilade this year.
Now they're trying to come in right here, and they actually do get it in there. You got to give Vilade some credit there to clear the hips and keep that ball fair. Get it up the line into the corner, and he is rumbling out of the box. He runs very, very well for a big guy, and able to get that double, give the Rays a chance here with 2 outs.
I'll tell you, you know, in the last well over a month, when you look at 30-some games, he's hit over 300 for a month plus now. There's a pitch in the dirt to Simpson, blocked by Jensen. Ball 1. You have to like what you've seen out of Vilade.
He has been one of those bright spots. You know, you really didn't know going into the season. What is Ryan Vilade gonna? Well, he's giving you everything you've asked. Is what he's giving you, and he's a guy that can go out there and be versatile. You know, defensively. We've seen him, you know, he was more of a platoon guy earlier in the year against lefties, but getting an opportunity against a lot of righties as of late, and he has been coming through, hitting them both very well.
And the pitch is a strike. They had Garcia breaking in behind Blade as that pitch was made. 2-1. With that double Simpson picked up in the second inning, a little chop down to first, and a race to the bag, and they just got him. Walker just didn't get there, and Simpson is out, number 3. Close play. Blade left on base, and at the end of 4, look how close that was. 1-0 Kansas City.
Chevy Silverado.
On to inning 5, John Rave leads off here. He is the number 7 hitter. Matt Quatraro's lineup. No ball, no strikes. Lofton next, and then Collins. One. Since the RBI double in the second inning, Rasmussen has retired 9 straight. Over the mound, out to short, grabbed by Williamson, and the throw to first in time. Give up that run, a walk and a double in the second. Garcia picked up a double in the first. There's the line on him so far.
That's been it. I mean, we talked about it last half inning that he was out there. You got the pitch count back in order, and that's going to allow him to continue to pitch in this ball game as long as he's out there getting outs, and he's been getting a lot of those lately.
Pitch is a strike.
And back to that right there. Back to working both sides of the plate. And realizing there's not a lot of margin for error right now because Michael Walker's throwing the ball very well on the other side for Kansas City.
0-2.
So we talk about that two-seamer. He keeps that pitch out of harm's way very well. He likes to front door to the left-handed hitters. He likes to, like he's done it here to Lofton, he likes to run it in on the right-handers. So his misses are usually in good areas.
One hopper out to right and a base hit off the 0-2 pitch, and Lofton snaps that string at 10 in a row.
This is our Orlando Health slow-mo replay, and this is where you can have a great game plan, but it comes down to execution. He pops 2 fastballs in, that sets up the sweeper away, but the sweeper away stays up and it stays flat, and that allows Lofton to get off the hook there because he was in a tough spot at 0-2.
And now the first pitch, a strike called on Isaac Collins. Runner takes off, pitches down, tough pitch to throw on. And Lofton has a stolen base, his first attempt of the year. And he picks up the steal.
Well, Kansas City being aggressive with the lead, and Drew Rasmussen can take a beat before he delivers a ball to home plate. He has given up now 15 stolen bases on the season. But you're right, Dwayne, to your point, that was an impossible for Nick Fortes to do anything, having to reach back for that changeup.
Check there. Ray's looking to the third base umpire for some help, and he says he held up. Collins now with a 2-1 count. Oh, he didn't hold up, did he?
No, and that's why Collins, after he looked around, kind of like, wait a minute, he said I didn't go.
3-1. Looking at a line drive to right field with that check swing.
Okay. Yeah, he makes contact. That ball goes places.
And now he draws a walk. Second walk given up tonight by Rasmussen. So the 8 and 9 hitters are aboard here with 1 out in the 5th. And before he faces the top of the lineup for a third time, Rays are going to get together on the mound. We'll head out to Tropicana Field coming up Saturday, the 27th of June, when the Rays take on the Diamondbacks and be one of the first 10,000 fans through the gates and score an exclusive Chandler Simpson bobbleheads giveaway presented by Mosaic. Think fast and get your tickets now. RaysBaseball.com/tickets. Bobbleheads. Well, the top of the lineup now, Carter Jensen, the catcher, in the box for the third time tonight. There's a strike. Jensen has a hot streak going. He's put together a 12-game hitting streak, and he lines it into center for a base hit. Lofton around the bag at third. He's going to score. Stopping at second, Collins. Jensen with an RBI, and it's 2-0 Kansas City.
Just track the location of this cutter, and that tells you everything. I mean, it just kind of cuts and rolls right out over the heart of the plate, and that allows the pitch to be recognized, one, arms to get extended, and shoot that ball with authority through the middle of the field.
Well, here is Garcia. And he goes for the first pitch, lifting a fly ball to center for DeLuca. He makes the catch, tag at second, throws it into third on the relay. And both runners are safe. Up to third goes Collins, and Jensen moves into second base as Garcia hits the fly ball to DeLuca in center.
Well, Kansas City, they have already foreshadowed they are going to be aggressive on the base paths against these Rays outfielders. I don't think there's any question about that, so be ready to throw.
Caglione, and he sends a high fly ball deep to center. DeLuca standing on the track with room, and he makes the catch to retire the side. They score one. It's 2-0 Kansas City. Well, the drone cam is out. Union Home Mortgage drone cam. And that is iconic at Skyway.
It doesn't do it justice. It feels much steeper when you're driving it.
It does.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, and now I kind of feel,
What, let down?
well, no, not let down. It's absolutely a gorgeous bridge and all of the things, but
You'd like more adventure, though, in that shot.
it feels like it when you're driving it, that it's way more adventure than that picture would allow.
Yes, yeah, sure. There's Williamson fouling a pitch away, 0-2. Yeah.
I mean, there was a time that I was not a real big fan of making that trip to Port Charlotte.
Really?
Yeah.
Going across?
Not so much anymore.
Yeah.
I'm fine now. But yeah, there was a time there at the beginning that it was not completely comfortable making that drive. And then I see these, and I'm like, really, bro? It's not that, But
Yeah.
when you're driving it and you're heading up.
Well, you can do interesting things with the camera angle. and I think that camera angle was for your benefit.
Well, yes, I wish I would have seen that camera angle about 12, 15 years ago. That would have helped.
Oh, strike three called on a 2-2 pitch to Williamson, and he is the first out.
I don't think that Williamson thought that was a strike, but he was not completely convicted on challenging. That's probably just off the plate.
Yep.
But close enough to where he's like, is it worth the risk? And he thought better of it.
Nick Fortes pops it short left. Garcia out from shortstop. Well, that's 2 gone. 2 quick outs here. The ultimate goal of an MLB fan, seeing it all. The MLB journey to 30 sweepstakes, presented by T-Mobile. The ultimate bucket list. Enter now for your chance to win trips to all 30 ballparks. All 30. MLB.com/journey to 30 sweeps.
That would be quite the win. To go to all of them?
Palacios fouls it off the railing in front of the Rays dugout.
Would that be all 30 in the same season?
That'd be a season almost as busy as ours.
Yes, it would.
1-1 now. Yeah, that would cover a lot of ground.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Yeah. We get to see a lot of amazing ballparks, though.
Base hit lined into center field. Richie is aboard. 2-out single. We'll get back around to the top of the order.
Well, our Orlando Health slow-mo replay. We've got a changeup from Waka moving its way off the plate, and look at how Richie is able to lengthen out that swing, cover the entire plate, and stay behind that ball just long enough to get it out there into center field. That's a nice job by Richie on a tough pitch.
Now Yandy Diaz. And he takes ball 1. Well, Yandy 0 for 1 with a walk tonight. That gives him 4 of 11 in his career with a home run and 5 walks in his matchups against Michael Wacha. Moves him back a little bit with ball 2.
This is what we talk about with Yandy, how he knows. Listen, if a guy can command the baseball in, the fastball in, they can give me some troubles, but I don't think they can do it. I don't think they can consistently do it. Walker's tried it twice. He's 0 for 2, and now Yandy in control of this count.
And he takes a strike away.
That ball had a little cut action to it, too. I know that said 4-seam fastball. That was not his cutter, but that ball had some natural cutting action to it.
And a wave and miss. Had him out in front there.
Okay, well, here we go. Change up, and he's going to throw it in. Any hitter, and I'll tell you, Yandy was not that fooled by the change of speed, and there's a pretty good velocity differential between Walker's fastballs and changeups.
And Walker thought he might have had the corner there, but it's ball 3.
This is interesting. When you start to see this, you start to say, that's on purpose. Most of the time you want that arm side down, but Walker throwing that changeup.
There's a shot back into left field. Pretty well tagged. Going to be off the wall. Rays are going to get on the board. Palacios will score standing on a double by Yandy Diaz, and the Rays make it a 2-1 game.
Listen, I understand what Walker's thinking here, but if you go back 2 pitches prior, Yandy Diaz on the changeup that he swung and missed at, he was not fooled by the pitch's speed. So look at, they want the changeup up again. Again, Yandy was not fooled the first time. He just missed it. So you're going to come back to it. He's still on time. In this one, he is not going to miss. You give him another opportunity, and he absolutely barrels it. I'll tell you, at the end of the day, Walker, he's should be thankful that that ball didn't leave the yard. This wasn't a tie game.
And here is Johnny DeLuca. And that's strike 1.
You know, the thinking behind that pitch, hitters, when they see a pitch that they think is a fastball, and that's what you're trying to do with a changeup, they're going to react very quickly. And if it's a changeup, more than likely you're going to be way out in front. But Yandy Diaz in the previous swing showed you, or should have shown you, that he was on time with that. That pitch was not going to fool him. And so when he went back to it, Yandy got it.
Yandy now representing the potential tying run. DeLuca down in the count. And he fouls it away. Running another pitch. wide. Reaching out there, stopping it, Jensen. Take a look at him reaching across.
Boy, the curveball, the sweeping action on the curveball, and that really is all that Jensen was going to be able to do. You're not going to be able to move your entire body out there, so you just play like a first baseman and just try to knock it down, and he did a great job of it.
And did he go? He did not on the appeal down to first. DeLuca started to go after that pitch. Let's take a look. I'll tell you, pretty good job by DeLuca.
Yeah.
Hold that swing up. 2-2 now. That's going to run it all the way out to 3-2. Jonathan Aranda is on deck. I'd love to see him hit in this inning. Three-two. Had a shot up the middle, but right there, Massey positioned perfectly. DeLuca got it by the mound, but Massey at second there to make the pickup and throw. Rays settle for a run on the double by Yandy Diaz. It's a 2-1 game now.
Well, the Rays believe they have something special in young Theo Gillen, and he's going to get a chance to see what he can do against tougher competition. The organization's top prospect heading to Double-A Montgomery after putting together one of the most impressive first halves in all of minor league baseball. 20 years old, he wasn't just hitting in Bowling Green, he was dominating. 342 average, 12 home runs. He had 28 stolen bases and an OPS north of 1,000, and maybe more impressively, he left no doubt. He was hitting over 400 this month before getting the call. What's exciting for the Rays isn't just the production. I mean, Gillen was drafted as an infielder just 2 years ago. Already has developed into an above-average defensive center fielder. The bat's always been intriguing, the speed's always been there, and now the organization's top prospect gets to have an opportunity to hit in Double-A Montgomery. He's rising through the ranks, guys. Hopefully we'll see him soon here at the Bigs.
It will be fun to keep an eye on him and his development. 2-1 to Salvador Perez to begin the 6th inning. Rasmussen had made 80 pitches through 5. 3 pitches into the 6th. It's going to be a foul ball relayed after it, and that's going to be out of play. 2-2. You know, the Rays did pretty well for themselves in that draft in the 2024.
Look at some of the names on here.
Yep.
Some of the youngsters that have burst onto the scene.
Baseball across the board, boy. There's a fusion of some pretty good talent there.
We saw J.J. Weatherholt in the opening series of the season. Of course, Nick Kurtz. I mean, there's a lot of really, really good players on that, young players on that list. It's an excellent draft.
Well, Perez is out on strikes.
Jack
Caglione there.
Yeah, talked about how red hot he was coming into this series. You talked about the fact that he's graded 80 power. That's as high as it gets. The scale is 20 to 80. So if they're saying you're an 80 power guy, they're saying that there's you're almost one of one.
Yeah.
You're a handful.
You're not off the chart, but you're right at the top.
Yeah, you're not going to do any better. And when you watch him hit too, and we've seen him hit some shots to left field, to the opposite field, he just does a great job of staying behind the baseball. The shift, the shifting. He's not a big stride guy. A couple inches maybe on his stride, but the weight transfer, his load, and he is he's leveraged. He's tall. He's strong.
Well, he was Kansas City's first-round pick, and I think the 6th overall. Well, the University of Florida. A little chopper. That's a fair ball right over the bag, and Aranda takes care of it. 2 up, 2 down. How about this?
A hot corner alert. Jack Caglione, Florida Gators all-time home run leader at 75. Boy, that is impressive. Some of the bats that have come through that program. You're the leader in in homers.
Lane Thomas after the first pitch skies it short left, and out from shortstop Ben Williamson. We go to the bottom of inning 6, and Jonathan Aranda will lead off.
Look at Amy.
Rays within 1 as we head to the bottom of the 6th. That's Doug Wechter. I'm Rich Hollenberg. We're hanging out in the Rooms to Go lounge. And Yandy Diaz has himself a 20-game home on base streak now.
Pretty incredible what Yandy's doing, especially lately in the month of June. Came into this game hitting .371. Now extended his hit streak to 6 games in the 5th inning. You see this double, big-time double pitch up in the zone, able to jump all over that ball. And boy, Yandy Diaz just continuing to do wonderful things up at the plate. 10 for his last 20 with 4 RBI covering the last 6 games. Get this man to the All-Star game.
They're working on it.
I got a question for you, Dwayne. When you're talking about multiple runs batted in, you just heard Doug there talking about, the stats there with Yandy and 4 RBI.
Yep.
Are you a 4 RBI guy or 4 RBIs? Because that's the thing now.
Oh yeah.
It's a kind of benefit.
Well,
and the RBI people will tell you it's runs batted in, RBI.
yeah.
Then they're the RBIs, and you're taking that S and kind of throwing it at the end. So like when you say it, hey, he has 10.
Yeah, and forever, since the time they started counting runs batted in,
Yes.
it has been RBIs.
Yes.
Yes, and people who want to be somehow correct and, looking down on the rest of the world, it's...
Poor Dougie's taking shots in the Rooms to Go lounge right now.
Well, back to the game.
I just, when I heard him say that, I'm like, I remember that was, people get little, wait a minute, it's runs batted, it's RBIs. Other people are like, no, it's 4 RBI.
Yeah.
There's a line there of demarcation.
Yeah. So do you say R's VI? No.
I hear you loud and clear. No, I take that S and put it at the end.
That's right. That's where it belongs.
Who knew we could have so much fun?
Yeah, there you go. Well, RBIs. That's
as old as the game itself.
That's exactly right. They didn't always count RBIs, but at the point when they started, it's been RBIs. Foul ball here, and the count is 1-2 on Jonathan Aranda. Well, the Rays got a run in the 5th inning, and Yandy Diaz got the RBI, which gave him 50 RBIs. Let's see what just started. 2-2.
I didn't even mean to. I thought we could have a little fun that I did not know I was going to get you.
This much fun?
Yeah.
Well, Aranda facing Michael Wacha. Caminero next and Valade to follow. Oh, and that's a strike. And Aranda
Thought about it.
Yeah, he thought about it. I think he wanted to.
Yeah. You know what? Thankfully he did, because he would have lost. They're set up in, so you're reaching all the way back across the plate, and you catch that ball awkwardly. So the optics don't look real good. And Jonathan, you can see that right hand going up there, but he never made the tap. Thought better of it.
That was a fake handshake.
Ooh, do you think he said psych?
What to know to Caminero.
When was that popular? What 10 minutes of history was that popular?
Was it ever popular?
It was the dopiest thing ever.
2-0 the count. Well, Mercedes-Benz cover every base, and boy, these guys in the American League, you talk about some bat speed. There you go.
Yeah, well, and that's what creates a lot of that power. You combine that kind of bat speed with the kind of strength that these youngsters have. and that's why that ball jumps off the bat like it does, and they hit some bombs that Caglione did in that series against the Cardinals. We talked about it coming in. 4 homers in the 3-game series, covering 1,676 feet.
Well, that's a strike, and you can see Emanero there trying to use his body language to get that pitch called a ball. Bouncing ball, shortstop. Garcia's throw to first. Strikeout and a ground out. 2 up, 2 down in the bottom half of the 6th. Ryan Vilade. Well, the Rays with that run in the bottom of the 5th put themselves in a situation where one swing of the bat could pull this game even. Vilade double in the 4th. His pitch is going to be a little low. His 6th double of the year. Vilade now hitting .291 this time in. 1-1. Skies it toward left center. Thomas is there making the call and the catch. 3 up, 3 down, go the Rays, and we have completed 6 innings. A 2-1 game, Kansas City.
The
7th inning is brought to you by Hyundai. We have a 2-1 game, and the Rays have the left-hander Cam Boozer on the mound now. 6 innings for Drew Rasmussen. John Ray, left-handed bat, tries the bunt, pops it foul. Nick Fortes was looking all over for that, could not find it. It was out of play. Well, 90 pitches for Drew Rasmussen, 6 innings. Boozer giving up an earned run in 8 innings of work. Ray asking for time. Rasmussen 2 runs, 4 hits, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts in the 6 innings. And Cam Boozer out there. And a high shot deep to right. Vilade to the wall, and he's going to make that catch. Boy, oh boy. Vilade got back to the wall, made a little adjustment to his right, stayed with it. It stayed in the ballpark, and well, he got the leadoff man.
Well, he scares you, but he plays it properly. You know, when he runs back and touches the wall, you're thinking it's going to get over his head. He's doing that to know where the wall is. Now you go ahead and make the adjustment as you continue to track that baseball. Go back and find the wall if you can. A lot of times you can't do that. But he played that very well, and 1 out.
All ball, a little bounder the opposite side, strike 1. Boozer was in the game against the Nationals on Saturday and struck out the side. Ball 1 strike. Pop fly. It's Vilade, and he's going to make the catch on this one. The 2 up, 2 down. Join the Rays at Tropicana Field Saturday, June 27th. We honor the men and women who serve our communities at Law Enforcement Appreciation Night. Fans can celebrate with the purchase of a ticket package that includes a Law Enforcement Appreciation snapback. Visit RaysBaseball.com/law enforcement. There's a line drive fouled toward the bullpen for a strike. Popped up right side this time and will carry out a play. 0-2. The Rays have out hit Kansas City by 1, but they trail 2-1. We go with the 2-strike pitch. 1-2. The short right, hustling out Palacios, and he's going to catch that ball right in front of Ryan Vilade. When we come back, Chandler Simpson will lead off the bottom of the 7th. Rays TV is brought to you by Orlando Health. We make it personal.
Well, let's take a look at a game summaries. It's 2-1 Kansas City as we head into the home half of the 7th inning. The story's been the pitching. And Drew Rasmussen, another very nice start. 6 innings, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. Michael Wacha thus far has been just a little bit better. 1 earned run in 6 innings. He is back out there for the 7th. Yandy Diaz with a big walk in the game, but the RBI double. And that came off of a 2-strike changeup up and in. And let's see if the Rays offense with Chandler and all that speed can get something going here in the 7th.
Well, Simpson showing that he had the bunt in mind right there. That's a strike, and it brought McLaughlin in from third base. Little tap, and it's an 0-2 count.
Interesting too, because you have Lofton there that was taking that away. It's a moot point now, but Caglione playing a normal first base. He was not at the cut. Remember, he was at the cut earlier, and Chandler, hit a 1-hopper right off of his glove for a double.
And he has himself a base hit here, just fair. Around first with an aggressive turn. He'll hang on there. Collins got to that ball quickly and left.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, a couple of things here. Number one, wait till you see where the pitch was that Chandler was able to get on top of. And you love this because early in the year it was a lot of line drives and ground balls. We've seen too many fly balls from Chandler. How he got on top of that. That's mid-90s at his neck. And he gets on top of it and puts the ball on the ground. That's not real easy to do. And so he's able to do that, and then he puts pressure on that defense with that big turn at first. But they kept him there. But that's an outstanding job, and you want to see more of that because we've seen too many of the fly balls and pop-ups. You want to get back to that ground ball line drive. How he was able to get that one on the ground, I'm not sure, but good for him.
I'm not sure he could tell us.
No.
1-0 the count to Williamson. Runner on the move. Ground ball short. The throw to first, and Simpson with that break moves into second base on that little tag down to Garcia. So Simpson's in scoring position with 1 out for Nick Forte.
I will tell you this too. Just him getting out of the box in his 2 at-bats tonight, the double and that single. The way that he was trying to swipe second there. The fact that he's got a couple of stolen bases in his last couple of games. He's starting to run with confidence again.
Yes. Now throw back to second base. Back in there. Michael Wacha working here, 1 out into the 7th inning. And drops in there for a strike. 0-1 to Fortes. Pop foul, that's going to be out of play. 0-2. Well, with 1 out and in scoring position, Schreiber going in the bullpen for Kansas City. Strike pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him to go upstairs after the hard stuff there and gets a big strikeout.
Well, our Orlando Health slow-mo replay is going to allow us to take a look at the swing by Nick Fortes. He's got one of the flatter swings in baseball, so he thinks he's going to be able to get up there and do something with that pitch, at minimum foul it off. And as flat as that was, that ball is up there chin high. Can't do it.
Richie Palacios trying to time that breaking pitch, fouled it. Well, Richie singled with 2 outs in the 5th inning, and that led to a run. Trying to do something like that here with 2 outs in the 7th. This time with Simpson out there at second base. And a take there on a pitch close. It's 1-1. Sulser, Clevenger will be in the bullpen. Now it's 1-2. Out front. Palacios lost a little pump guard on that swing. Now that retrieved. Well, the foul ball keeps the count right there. The ball, 2 strikes. Rays so far do not have a hit with a runner in scoring position in this game. 0 for 6. Popped up left side, lofted from third, has plenty of room and makes the catch. And the Rays leave Simpson at second. Still 2-1 Kansas City.
100.
Rays TV is presented by Union Home Mortgage. Through 7, onto the 8th we go. Top of the order due up for Kansas City. It's Carter Jensen, their catcher. His left-handed bat will lead off against Cole Sulser. Sulser, the third Rays pitcher. The first delivery a little bit wide. 6 innings for Rasmussen, 90 pitches, 2 runs, 4 hits, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. Cam Boozer worked a 1-2-3 7th inning, and now foul ball here in the 8th, and the count is 1-1 on Jensen.
Well, you saw the line from Cole Sulser his last time out Saturday. 2 innings, 0s across the board except for 4 strikeouts. Threw the ball so well. Changeup was really sharp. And that's what, again, the Rays in another close game. We've been talking about this almost every day for the past week. Bullpen's going to have to continue to throw up zeros, give the Rays offense an opportunity. It's a 1-run game. They had all 3 of the games at Dodger Stadium were 1-run games. 2 of the 3 in the series against the Nationals were 1-run games. They were all tight.
Foul tip strikeout. That is out number 1. The Rays pitchers strike out 10 or more hitters during a home game. You get free Busch Gardens tickets. Visit CageStrikeout.com for more details. Restrictions apply. Garcia. That pitch just missed. Garcia doubled back in the first. Eventually advanced to third. Was stranded there. One and one.
Oh, challenge.
1 and 2, and they're going to.
The batter challenge the strike call.
He's going to win this one with ease. Looked like a strike. Stayed over the plate.
The pitch is a ball. Kansas City retains their challenges.
ABS powered by T-Mobile, and so the count goes from 1 and 2 to 2 and 1. popped up. Aranda into foul territory. With room, he's got it, 2 gone. Base is empty, 2 gone. Caglione about to step into the batter's box. The first pitch is a strike. Caglione hit a fly ball to the warning track and center in the 5th. At 107.6. Down, he's grounded out twice and hit that fly ball. Fouled out of play. Came into this game with home runs in 3 consecutive games. 4 home runs over that span and 6 in his last 12 games. 12 homers on the year and is out on strikes right here. Changeup got him. 1, 2, 3. Bottom of the 8th, top of the lineup. Due up for the Rays.
Do you know why? Well, Michael Wacha taking the ball for the Kansas City Royals here tonight. He was actually outstanding. That fastball right there, catching Ryan Vilade, looking, going up top there on Johnny DeLuca, getting the strike out there, looking on Ben Williamson, another one on Aranda. He did a really good job of keeping the ball out of the middle of the plate for the most part. Scattered the 6 hits, walked 1, but just gave up the 1 run. So a really good start there by Wacha.
Yandy Diaz leads off, taking the first pitch from John Schreiber in the game in relief of Michael Wacha. Strike to count. There are the numbers on Schreiber. Way wide, 1-1. Well, Yandy tonight against Wacha had a walk, a ground ball to short, and the RBI double. So he wound up 5 of 12 with 5 walks in his time against Wacha. And he is 1 of 5 with a walk in his career against Schreiber. And here starting the 8th. That will take the count to 2-2. He took the fastball and now takes a little stroll. He's back in there. And a cut and miss. He got him with a fastball.
And you can see here, he didn't get it. He didn't get it where Carter Jensen wanted it, but they wanted that fastball up. 4-seamer. And you can see he's on one knee and he had the glove at the top of the zone, but he got it up enough compared to the other pitches in the at-bat, and so it was able to sneak over the swing there of Yandy Diaz.
Well, now Mullins will pinch hit for DeLuca, the left-handed bat here against the right-hander.
You know, let's go back to Michael Wacha. He had an outstanding outing, but the Rays that did a nice job against him and that changeup. StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud, and they went 2 for 4 off of it. The big one was the Yandy Diaz double. They tried to double up actually on a changeup into Yandy. Yandy swung and missed at the first one, but hammered the second one and drove in the only Rays run.
Mullins takes the first pitch for a strike as it sweeps in there. This is a fastball.
Now, how about jumping up that velocity? The average fastball for Schreiber is around 93. That one at 96. 96 from that little unique arm angle where he's out to the side there. It's not a common everyday occurrence type release point. Want it up again.
No go this time for Mullins. No chase, 1-2 the count. One out, base is empty, home half of the 8th. take on the pitch down. Change speeds on him. Popped up. That will wind up in the seats. Back foul. Schreiber worked Friday. Their series against St. Louis. Swing and a miss. He got him with a fastball. Both strikeouts. The fastball, 2 up, 2 down.
Let's take a look at our Advent Health strike zone, and comes with another fastball. Keeps this one just off the plate away, and maybe just, well, that probably would have been at the very top of the zone, but certainly it was off the plate, and he got the chase.
Here's Jonathan Aranda. It's upstairs. Aranda 1 for 3 with a single on the evening. Oh, and that started wide and
The batter challenging the strike call.
It stayed wide, Dwayne.
yeah, I think it did.
Jonathan thinks so too, and he's right.
Pitch is the ball. Tampa Bay retains their 2 challenges.
Oh, the Rays on the challenge. The count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike. There it is.
Good glove work back there. Really? Yanked it right to the middle of the plate.
No strike out there on the edge. 1 and 2. Trying to start that one wide, see if it would break to the plate. It stayed off. 2 and 2, or 3 and 1 now. Beg your pardon. Now it's full count. Two outs, bases empty, full count. Ryan Baker with the Rays bullpen. And ball 4. The Rays get a base runner here in the 8th. Junior Caminero is coming to the plate. And we're going to get a pinch runner. Mesa Jr. will run for Aranda. So here in the bottom of the 8th, Victor Mesa Jr. becomes the runner. With Caminero about to step in. Mason takes off. The pitch is a ball, and the throw is going to be in time. He tried to get to the bag and could not. And he is caught trying to steal. And that will end the 8th. Here's another look. Not too late to grab a 2026 membership. Visit RaysBaseball.com/membership for all the details. Greg Kimbrell, the new pitcher for the Rays. Salvador Perez, the DH, leads off, and Kimbrell's first pitch, a ball upstairs. His job is to hold Kansas City to the 1-run lead. Give the Rays a shot in the bottom of the 9th. Mullins now in center. Mesa Jr. is in right. Valade moves in from right to play first. couple of veterans facing off here. Rick Kimbrell against Salvador Perez. It's going to be out of play, and the count evens 2-2. To the bottom of the ninth, we'll have Caminero, Valade, and Simpson due up. On the ground is short. Williamson's throw to first. And that is out number one. Since Kansas City scored the second run of the game for them in the fifth inning, Jensen's base hit. Ray's pitching has retired 12 in a row. Pulled up the right side and a foul ball out of play. On strike, Massey, Michael Massey. Kansas City got a run. It was second on the double by Thomas after a leadoff walk to Massey. Wide. Rays saw them pick up that second run in the fifth inning when Jensen singled home Lofton. Rays got a run in the bottom of the fifth on the Yandy Diaz double, following a base hit by Palacios. And the 1-1 pitch skied in the shallow center, and Cedric Mullins is there. So 2 up, 2 down against Kimbrell. Alex Lang up in the bullpen. Now Lane Thomas swings and it's a towering fly ball into left. That ball hit the ring up there
in foul territory. So it's dead. We had one earlier that hit in fair territory, and it came down, and Williamson tried to make a play on it, and he couldn't. Up it goes. They're calling foul. You can see right behind the home plate, Gabe Morales is calling it early.
He had the best line.
That's right.
Sight.
That's right.
Upstairs, 1-1. Two balls and a strike. Now 3-1. And the count is full.
Going to challenge it, and this one may go the Rays' way. This ball is at the bottom of the zone. I mean, right at the bottom of the zone.
The call is confirmed. Kansas City has one challenge remaining.
Kansas City with one challenge remaining. After that, the count is full. To Caminero. He's thrown to first in time. And when we come back, it will be Junior Caminero to lead off. Rays down by 1. To everyone. Rays TV is presented by Union Home Mortgage. Well, the Rays coming in for their final shot here in the bottom of the ninth, with Junior Caminero set to lead off.
In scoring position as we speak. Alex Lang, 5 out of 5 in the save department on ERA, did sub 4. See the whip at 1.41, so he will give up some base runners. That's what the Rays need here.
Well, here's Caminero. And ball 1. Walker works 7. Scheimer 1. He's got the 1 run on 6 hits against Walker. And that pitch fouled. That had Brady Williams ducking in the coaching box down there at third. 1-1. Playing 5 of 5 this year in the save department. Tapper foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a fly ball into left. Collins surrounds it, cuts to his left, and makes the catch. 1 away.
A good thing that he got that ball as up as he did, or Junior would have lost it. Look where that pitch was.
Wow.
And Junior, with that flat swing, is able to get up there to that mid-upper 90s fastball, just not able to get the barrel to it. And so the ball just ends up falling a little bit short.
Ryan Valade. .97 out there on the edge. Well, the starters are the pitchers of record, Walker and Rasmussen. Now the slider. 0-2. High. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Foul back. His last save on the 19th against the Cardinals. He pitched a third of an inning, gave up 1 hit, but got the final out. And we'll take the count to 2-2. I think he's given up runs in 3 of his last 4 outings. A couple losses and a save in that grouping. 2-2. And strike 3 called. Valade wants to challenge it.
I don't think he's going to win it. I think that ball was right on the edge.
The call is confirmed. Tampa Bay has 1 challenge remaining.
So the strikeout is out number 2. Chandler Simpson will be the next hitter to look at that. Just down there on the corner. Cut miss, 2 hits tonight for Simpson. 2 of the 6 Rays hits. It's outside. 1-1. close, but off the plate. 2-1. To the ground ball to first, and the toss leg is there in time, and the Rays are retired in order. 1-2-3, and Kansas City takes game 1 of this 4-game series 2-1 tonight.
Well, our Advent Health plays of the game. How about the job done by Michael Wacha? The Kansas City Royals had lost his last 7 starts. Well, he took it into his own hands here tonight, outdueling Drew Rasmussen, going 7 strong innings, scattering 6 hits. Gave up just the 1 earned run, though, and that was the difference in the game. He was pretty sharp all around the zone, moving his pitches, keeping this Rays offense off balance. And Michael Wacha, he got the job done tonight for Kansas City.
Rays 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position in this game. For Brian Anderson, Brian Bass, Dwayne Stats. Hope you've enjoyed the telecast. If not the outcome, Rays live the post game comes your way next. Rich and Doug will be along. It's a 2-1 final. Kansas City over the Rays. We will see you tomorrow night.